9-year career, 10-year career, 15-year. We don't know that. It's up to you as the player to work hard every day and see where the ball.
You'll get a chance to see, as we said, Sullinger and Perry Jones. But that's not all. What about Cole Aldrich for the Oklahoma City Thunder? He's going to be the starting center for this team. In his first 2 seasons, and you're taking a look at Perry Jones right there, Cole Aldrich has a great opportunity here. Nazr Muhammad's a UFA. They don't know if they're bringing him back. He may be playing a lot more this year behind Kendrick Perkins this upcoming season.
He really might. And he's been working hard. We know the coaching staff enjoys his activity, his size. Now the opportunity's there.
And for the Boston Celtics, we get a look at Fab Melo, we get a look at Chris Joseph, and Sean Williams will jump center against Cole Aldrich, and Sean Williams a little bit late on that. Cole Aldrich just went up and got it. So the Thunder will attack first. Perry Jones off to Reggie Jackson. Jackson to Aldrich. Spins into a left hook. Won't go. And the rebound to Juwan Johnson of Boston. Antoine Moore to Juwan Johnson. They were Purdue teammates, and last year, rookies with the Boston Celtics. Moore, little post up, short with it. And here comes Reggie Jackson. Puts his head down, all the way to the cup, off. And back comes Boston. That's Jamar Smith. Antoine Moore wears 55. That was his draft number. Drafted 55th in the 2011 draft out of Purdue. And here he is, stroking a 3, long, and the rebound to Lazar Hayward. And the product of Marquette goes up and draws the foul. And let's get your starting lineups for the Thunder and the Celtics. Jackson, Aldrich, Hayward, and trying to get a number there. Number 22 for OKC, that's Garrett Temple, and Perry Jones. For Boston, Deontay Christmas, number 50, Juwan Johnson, number 12. 56 is Sean Williams, shot blocker, first-round pick to the New Jersey Nets back in the day. And also in their starting lineup, number 41, Jamar Smith. And I hope everybody understands that I get the Brooklyn thing, but when he was drafted by the Nets, they were the New Jersey Nets.
Right.
This NBA is so complicated these days, Dennis.
Gotta stay on point. Gotta stay on point. Gotta pay attention. Things are moving quickly.
2-0 OKC. Reggie Jackson, first-round pick last year out of Boston College. Hayward tried to lead Garrett Temple, and it's out of bounds. Jackson saw his role increase last year due to the injury to Eric Maynard. And I haven't seen Eric, but he was on the flight with us, and he's actually right over there. Eric Maynard still rehabbing that torn ACL. He was on the flight with Vince Cellini and I coming down from Atlanta on Sunday.
Eric Maynard, Thabit, did he agree to a 2-year deal with the Thunder?
Thabit has agreed, according to reports, to a 2-year deal.
And we have Daquan Cook. So all 3 of them are setting the basket over there, Rick, and for you people at home.
Possibility, I guess, we could see them on the floor here later in the week as Reggie Jackson does his best LeBron James on that breakaway jam.
Okay, Reggie, I didn't know you had that in you. Show some athleticism on that one.
Cocked it back and tomahawked that baby down, and OKC leads 4-0. Here's Deontay Christmas, product of Temple. Jamar Smith, yes. Boston is on the board at the Orlando Summer League. Perry Jones passes out of the post. Reggie Jackson. He's a big point guard, Dennis.
He really is solid. Boston College, so you know they play tough basketball in Boston College.
Perry Jones over to Garrett Temple. Shot clock, a problem. It's down to 3. Temple will take a three. Off the front of the rim, rebound to Juwan Johnson. I'm interested to see Juwan Johnson. Late first-round pick in 2011 to Boston. He didn't play a lot last year. Still looks real slight of build, Dennis.
Yeah, slight of build. Like his length.
And off the miss by Jamar Smith. A foul on the Oklahoma City Thunder. And there you take a look at Juwan Johnson. 6'10", 220, 23 years old. Played 4 years at Purdue. And as a senior, he was Big Ten Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. Boston takes the lead, 5-4. Here's Reggie Jackson. And it's put back in by Perry Jones III, 28th pick in the 2012 draft. Do you think I'll put you on the spot. I love putting you on the spot, guys.
Go ahead.
Is he going to be the steal of the 2012 draft?
I'm going to say no right now because I don't see a whole lot of minutes for him in OKC.
Well, I'm not saying this year. I'm saying 5 to 7 years from now, we look back. Are you going to say, yep, that was the steal of the draft?
He has a great opportunity, but I'm still going to stick to my thought process. If he stays with OKC, it's going to be hard to get on the floor. If he was able to go somewhere else 2 or 3 years from now, I like your thinking there because he needs to be on the floor. Right now, I don't see too many minutes for the next couple of years.
Juwan Johnson misses it. Sean Williams over the back there trying to keep the rebound alive, and he is.
And for both of those guys, you throw Selinger in the same mix. I mean, is he a 4? Is he a 5? We know he doesn't play above the rim, but since KG came back, there's not a lot of minutes at the power forward or the center spot bringing back Bass as well.
We have a clock issue. They're bringing OKC back. 6:07 to go here in the first quarter. 6-5 OKC. Reggie Jackson, 6'3", 208. And here's Perry Jones, short on the J. Rebound to Juwan. And here's Jamar to Deontay Christmas. Nice pass to Sean Williams for the flush.
Excellent pass. Got the defense to bite on that little fake drop-off pass.
Boston takes the lead. Reggie Jackson. A lot of ball handling off to Cole Aldrich. He missed the jam. It was contested. Christmas in the middle, and Sean Williams draws the foul. Reggie Jackson moments ago had a thunder dunk here in Orlando. Dennis, on a scale of 1 to 10, where's this?
I'm going to give it a 7.
Only a 7?
I need to see some more. I'm hard.
Tough crowd here in Orlando. Welcome back to Orlando. NBA TV continues its coverage of the Orlando Summer League. Boston on top of OKC, 7-6, very early in this contest as we take a look at the Boston bench. And Jared Sullinger, well, we thought he was going to come out to the floor, and he's not. He's going back to the bench, but we will see him momentarily here. It's Rick Hamlin and Dennis Scott on the call. And the Celtics have yet to make a substitution, and OKC has their starting lineup as well. And Sean Williams will be at the free throw line for the Boston Celtics after 3 years with Boston College. He was the 17th pick in the 2007 draft by the New Jersey Nets. He is 25 years old, Dennis. Been around for a minute, still only 25, and he can jump out of this gym.
Some people call it boing, yoing, yoing, yoing.
Yes. Keep going, a couple more
Some
points.
people call it hops.
Yes.
He has elevation. He can elevate on accident.
And he looked good on those 2 free throws.
But once again, another guy, Rick, where you have to figure out, are you going to be a 3? Are you going to be a 4? Are you going to be a post-up guy? Are you going to be a shot blocker? Find your niche. I think that's what Williams has to figure out.
Perry Jones missed the baseline J. That's one more. Guarded by Aldrich, and it's put back in by Sean Williams. Ever active. Boy, if you're matched up against him, you got to go to work.
Got to go to work. You got to be crafty.
You can't take a possession off with Sean Williams.
If you take a possession off, you might get follow-up dunked on. If you go up lightly on the move, he might block your shot.
And he's a lot quicker than Cole Aldridge.
Yes.
With all due respect.
Yes.
Off the air ball. Back-to-back air balls there by OKC. First by Reggie Jackson and then by Garrett Temple. How do you like that? Jamar Smith says, this is how you do it.
Yes, good job. Extra pass. Be ready to shoot.
Reggie Jackson has long arms. I mean, I'm talking about all the way to the floor. Another air ball for OKC. Rebound by Juwan Johnson. Here's Jamar. He dribbled himself into traffic, but got out of it. Juwan Johnson.
Wow, that was one of those good shot, big fella. He put the ball on the floor for a couple of dribbles. I was like, where are you going?
I was thinking the same thing. There's like passing from your hip and then there's shooting from your knee. That was an awkward beginning to that J by JJ, Juwan Johnson. Hey, he's triple J, I guess, if you want to take it that far. And we've got substitutions for the Boston Celtics. Jared Sullinger coming in, and you take a look at the activity of Sean Williams going glass with that follow. Juwan Johnson will have a seat. Jared Sullinger is in there for Boston. He's got the rock right now, number 7 in green. He's off to Chris Joseph, second-round pick out of Syracuse, getting right to work, wearing number 43. Kendrick Perkins wore number 43 for the Boston Celtics.
This Joseph kid can shoot the basketball.
Deontay Christmas with the overplay. Lazar Hayward.
Melo with the block.
Had it turned away by Fab Melo, who is into the game for Boston. So the 3 rookies from the 2012 draft class are in the game for Boston, and there's one of them, Chris Joseph, with the rebound. Etwan Moore and Deontay Christmas are the other Celtics out there. Deontay Christmas, nope. Jared Sullinger down low with the putback.
Soft touch, great hands.
Dennis, I'm going to make a quick observation here on Jared Sullinger. He's got to lose 10 pounds.
Well, it's even 10 more because I've read he's already lost 15 since before the end of the season. So,
but Jared Sullinger's on the board. His first NBA shot goes down. A bank shot off glass, and the Boston Celtics lead 20-6 here in Orlando. Rick Hamlet, Dennis Scott, and a cast of thousands representing NBA TV here at the Orlando Summer League. Proud to be on the call, bringing you live Summer League hoops. And the Boston Celtics are loaded with stud veterans, and they've got some terrific young players coming in as well, especially across the front line. Jared Sullinger, 21st pick in the 2012 draft. Fab Melo taking 1 pick behind him at 22. Last year they got Juwan Johnson. They bring back, they've reportedly agreed to bring back Brandon Bass. KG's coming back for 3 more years. Jeff Green, according to reports, is close to a deal to come back. And here's Lazar Hayward, way off with that. And the rebound comes out here to another substitution for Boston, Jonathan Gibson. He's got the ball right now. Here's Sullinger. Gibson to Christmas. And Jonathan Gibson says, why not? Rebounded Chris Joseph, took the bump, missed the shot, but free throws coming up for Chris Joseph.
Great feel for the game, a better shooter, a better overall ball player to get credit for with Joseph. Being in Syracuse playing that zone a lot, you don't get a chance to really get out there and show a lot. So, big time play right there by Joseph.
Joseph off with the free throw. 51st pick to the Celtics in the 2012 draft. Spent 4 years at Syracuse. Last year led them in scoring in the regular season at 13.4 PBG. 23 years old, 6'7", 215. He's got an NBA body, Dennis. He's played 4 years at Hughes under Boeheim. Seems like a real solid second-round pick for Boston.
Very solid. To really play the game, man. I think he could be a nice surprise. If he doesn't make the Celtics, I think he'll be on somebody's roster now.
Gibson a little bit too aggressive with the perimeter defense. Foul drawn by Reggie Jackson. There's a good look at Jonathan Gibson. 24-year-old product of New Mexico State. OKC is getting throttled here early in their first game of the Orlando Summer League, and Reggie Jackson with another bad decision. Here is Gibson going up top, and the alley-oop attempt to Fab Melo was broken up by Cole Aldrich.
Well, that'll make Scott Brooks happy to see his 7-footer sprint back on defense to block an alley-oop pass. That's pretty impressive to see his 7-footer run back on defense. Normally 7-footers want to run the other way.
Here's Joseph, catch and shoot.
I like it. I like his form. I like his focus. Like I said, in Syracuse, you don't get a chance to see a lot because of their style of play. I think he's NBA ready.
Talk about the transition from the zone defense that Jim Boeheim is famous for, and then coming to the NBA and playing man-to-man as Reggie Jackson hits the J.
That may be the toughest for all the college kids coming in, because we know Syracuse for what now, 30 years, they've been playing that zone defense, so you have to come in and learn whole new principles, passing lanes, things of that nature. But if you want to be in the NBA, guess what, Rick? You learn pretty quickly.
That pass off the hands of Fab Melo, and it's saved, but it's an over and back violation. Is it just me, or does OKC need to run some plays for Cole Aldrich? Is this not designed, to get him minutes and touches and get him more ready to be a contributor next year?
Yes, I agree. And somehow now Reggie Jackson goes out the game. Now we'll see what Burks can do. See if Burks can get his team involved.
Here's Hayward. Spinning, left hand, off. Rebound to Fab Melo. Here's Gibson. Over to Joseph. And a loose ball foul called on the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that foul called on Ryan Reed. Second round pick back in 2010, product of Florida State, on the foul, and sending Jared Sullinger to the free throw line. 2 years at Ohio State, and Dennis, what a 2-year career he had there. As a freshman, 17-10, led Ohio State to the Sweet 16. Last year as a sophomore, 17-9, led his team all the way to the Final Four. 6'9", 280, but just 20 years old, a lot with which the Celtics can work right there.
A lot. And skill, soft touch, good hands around the basket. So, and then being around a guy like KG your first couple of years, what a great mentor to be around.
You can't take days off or practices off with KG.
You will not. Exactly. You will not take a day off on either side of the floor when KG's there.
A rare jumper goes down for Oklahoma City. And that is Dwight Bikes, 23-year-old guard out of Marquette. Is it just weird, is Marquette becoming a factory for NBA talent and or NBA hopeful talent?
And throw in their point guard or two guard. So you can say it's a backcourt school, so to speak.
I mean, Lazar Hayward here, starter on this OKC Summer League teams from Marquette. In doing the research on the 8 teams here, I mean, Marquette just kept popping up.
Yep.
A lot of guys from Marquette. Dallas in the second round took, is it Jay or Jai Crowder?
Jai Crowder, yep.
Nevertheless, a Meta World Peace body type guy.
Grown man.
And that is the end of the first quarter, and the Thunder are happy it is over. They scored just 10. The Celtics put up 25 in the first quarter, just 10-minute quarters here in the Orlando Summer League. And we will be back continuing our coverage from Orlando at their practice facility. Celtics lead by 15. Welcome back to Orlando. The Oklahoma City Thunder and the Boston Celtics getting it on here. Game 2 of 4, and there is Hasheem Thabeet, the Oklahoma City Thunder. And you see Eric Maynor over there to the right.
And Daquan Cook's to the right of him.
And Hasheem Thabeet is long.
Yes, indeed.
He is a good head above everybody else's head and shoulders.
And you know the only question, Rick? The much love we've given all the bigger guys in the first game of this game, they have motors. It's your motor to be. We know you can block shots. We know you're tall. We know you have a soft touch for a big guy. But where's that motor?
Hasheem Thabeet reportedly has agreed to come to the Oklahoma City Thunder on a 2-year deal. if and when that deal becomes official, it'll be his 4th team since being the 2nd overall pick back in 2009.
Wow.
2nd overall pick. And Dennis, I'm not trying to be mean here, but I cannot remember one significant play that he has made in the NBA.
No, I agree with you. That's why I brought out the motor. It's all about the motor with him. You know, can you work hard every day in practice, and when the game time comes, can it translate?
There's Jared Sullinger, shot clock and issue, got it off over Jones, and it's an air ball, but I'm not mad at him.
Not mad.
That was a 9-1-1 special with a long guy on him, and he's not a three-point shooter.
No.
Sullinger was put in a bad spot right there.
But we talk about big guys so much that it's harder to, dial a guy up. When a guy is off the chart, you can work on dialing him down. I think that's the biggest thing with to be. Can you get your motor going?
Morris Allman is in the game for the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 23 in white. That guy can score the ball. So can this guy. Perry Jones, the 3rd and 1.
Wow. It's the first thing that comes to mind because you show some aggression on that move, playing through the contact. I guess there's another guy we can put that motor tag on, if you will, Rick, that why he slipped outside of his knee is, can you bring that motor every night? But that's a strong move right there through contact.
Oh, yeah. And the foul by Fab Melo. And if you're going into Fab Melo and scoring an and one, that's a man you're doing that against. 3-point play for Perry Jones. OKC is back within 12. And we're going to talk a lot about Perry Jones throughout the week here. What a story it is. Lazar Hayward with the steal. Lazar Hayward made a bid for an and one. Missed it. He's upset about it, but a couple of free throws coming up for Lazar Hayward. And it gives me an opportunity, Dennis Scott, to, you're a huge nickname guy, okay? And with Hayward at the line, it gives me a chance to bring up his nickname from Marquette. They called him the Money Man.
The Money Man. So that means he was knocking down threes.
So check this out. I was staggered by this. Marquette has had a long, storied history. Yes. Am I right about this? Lazar Hayward left Marquette as their number 2 all-time scorer and their number 5 all-time rebounder.
Wow.
That's huge, right?
That's very, very interesting. Knowing the guy's a jump shooter, you get there and get all those rebounds, that's very impressive.
Hayward was the 30th pick in the 2010 draft to Washington and was traded to Minnesota and then was traded to OKC. And he's got OKC back within 10. Sullinger guarded by Perry Jones. Isn't that what we wanted, Dennis?
That's what we wanted. We're getting what we asked for.
Out of bounds. A turnover as Larry Owens in the game for Boston. He stepped out of bounds. Dwight Bikes has some cool OKC color shoes on. Perry Jones way off with the J. Sullinger snatches the rebound. You like Dwight Bike's shoes over there? The orange and blue numbers?
Oh, okay. Very colorful. Very colorful.
Joseph off with the left-handed scoop. Look at Perry Jones meander through traffic. Bikes, yes. It must be the shoes. It's got to be the shoes, Dennis.
Must be the shoes, because that looked very nice.
He's trying to keep Jonathan Gibson in front of him, and he blocks him.
Excellent defense. Love his energy.
He's yelling, getting his teammates into it, too.
Love it. Look at Perry Jones, grab the ball off the rebound, under control, make the right pass.
Sullinger, down low to Fab Melo, short with that right-handed hook shot. Bikes to Ryan Reed, now Morris Allman. To Perry Jones. He got some good arc on that one, Dennis.
Well, if you're a 4-man and Fab Melo learned very quickly, great jab, didn't go for it, step back and knock it down.
Perry Jones, 7 points, 2 rebounds. He shot 3 of 7 in this game. Joseph down low to Sullinger. Facing up on Perry Jones. Going right into him, trying to use that body. Can't score. And it's tapped out to Dwight Bikes. Bikes makes his move on Gibson, goes left, goes glass, can't get it. Nice rebound save right there by Sullinger. Here's Owens. That's an offensive foul.
And Larry Owens, you've been around a few years now. You know better. You see a man back there, pull up, shoot the little jump shot, kiss it off the glass.
Let's take another look at Sullinger versus Jones.
Good move. Love his patience right there. Gather yourself. Get used to playing through that contact, though. Got to get used to that.
Boston, after a miserable first quarter, is back in this game. I'm sorry, OKC is back in this game after a miserable first quarter.
And a lot of these rookies,
down 6 with the ball.
A lot of these rookies like Celtics, you have to get used to, one, the speed and the physicality. Every night you're playing against a physical guy.
Temple down low to Aldrich. He's going to face up on Sullinger. The bench told him, be strong, Cole. He goes back. Double team comes. And what's the call? They got a traveling violation. What did you see there, Dennis?
I saw that he needs to get in the weight room. Anytime you let Sullinger push you that far off the block, you know how much I love the kid's energy and effort, but you cannot let a guy push you that far off the block knowing you're a center.
And that shot goes down. Jared Sullinger from the baseline over a much taller player, Cole Aldrich.
Well, I love the fact that he took him to his spot. He didn't want to get down low and wrestle with him, knowing his length, Cole's length, had the advantage. Took him out there and dropped him off.
Garrett Temple to Perry Jones. He says, why not? Okay. Oh, and he drills that three.
Okay, Perry, prove us wrong.
He's
prove
doing it
us
right
that you're
now.
healthy and prove us that you do have that skill of putting the ball in the hole.
Perry Jones, 10 points on 4 of 8. Sullinger, 6 points and 3 rebounds. They're both playing well, and Sullinger airballs the 3. Now that one I'm mad at him about.
I'm very mad.
The shot
Stay in your lane.
One the other day.
Stay in your lane.
A couple moments ago.
Right. Stay in your lane.
One of Dennis Scott's favorite phrases. But Jared Sullinger and Perry Jones are playing well here.
See, that's your lane.
Prove them wrong, Bull. And you see Perry Jones here, nailing a 3. Boston by 5. We're back with NBA.com player metrics on Jared Sullinger. 7'1" wingspan, 6'9" height, and I don't know, are those big hands?
Just a big hand.
9.75 inches?
I don't remember what mine exactly were, but these young fellas that be giving me 5 saying, what's up, 3D? I'm like, man, these guys' hands, I thought my hands were big. Those are big hands.
You said Andrew Nicholson, first-round pick of the Magic.
He swallowed my hands. Now I got big hands.
And by the way, Dennis Scott doesn't have big hands. Dennis Scott has mitts. He has catcher's mitts for hands, okay? It's not a fastball that can be thrown at you that you can't catch. Now, what did the coaching staff talk to Reggie Jackson about? He's back in the game for OKC, made a bunch of mistakes early. What did they tell him to do differently in this stint on the court?
Calm down and run the system. He's the only guy from a point guard position that's been around this team all year long. He knows the plays. He knows what people are supposed to be. Get us in our sets. I'm sure that's what Mark Bryant, I think the lead assistant coach over there running the show today, is telling all his guys.
Reggie Jackson, in his first 9 minutes on the floor in this game, 2 of 6 from the field, 4 points, 1 foul. Here's Craig Brackens for 3. Off the top of the backboard to Cole Aldrich. There's Perry Jones working against Brackens, fading. That's going to be short, way short. Back comes Deontay Christmas. Into the corner for Etwan Moore. Etwan Moore, second post-up opportunity in this game. And that ball is drilled by Deontay Christmas.
Nice looking shot. Etwan Moore thought he got a little stuck down low, but nice pass out of the double team.
Christmas puts Boston back up on top, 30-22. Morris Allman with an air ball. I'm telling you, I've counted at least 5 air balls from the Oklahoma City Thunder in this first half.
And I think all 5 of them guys are trying to do too much. And that's one of the things I think our colleague Greg Anthony talks about a lot. A lot of times young guys try to come in and try to do too much, and it takes them out of their game. They wonder why they're not playing. Instead of doing what you do best, they got you here. Now you stay on the floor, now you can make a team.
Is that a get back to basics thing?
Great call. Get back to basics, get back to fundamentals.
Boston's getting back to the offensive end, up 8. Here's Juwan Johnson working against Perry Jones, settling for the fadeaway, and it's off. Rebound to Sean Williams. Would you have wanted to see Juwan Johnson put it on the floor and drive there or go into a little?
Yes, great questions. Some of these big guys, they settle for the jump shot too easily, not knowing they can get to the basket, get fouled, just like Reggie Jackson just showed us. Don't settle for your jump shot. That's always the easy way out for yourself and for the opponent.
Well, I'll tell you what, Reggie Jackson, you can see his build right there. He spends a lot of time in the weight room, obviously, but he is built to take that contact and continue through with the play.
Well, we were talking about this yesterday. When you look at certain teams, why they draft or why they bring in certain free agents, great job by Sam Presti drafting this guy late in the first round, right? And then Eric Maynard was slotted to be the backup. Eric Maynard goes down. Now Russell Westbrook has a steady backup. We know Russell Westbrook's going to play 44 minutes a night, but those 4 or 5 minutes out of the game, you got to have a quality point guard to keep the system, to keep the things going in the right direction. Reggie Jackson did an excellent job of that last year.
Reggie Jackson, the 24th overall pick in the 2011 draft after 3 years at Boston College. And he has the Oklahoma City Thunder within 6. If he's your third point guard, Maynard can come back healthy from the ACL and back up Westbrook as Etwan Moore throws it down emphatically. But that's a pretty good point guard move right there, obviously.
You're safe. Now, of course, contracts and all that stuff coming here in the middle because guys are young and on their rookie deals. But to have 3 guards that's set and locked in, and talking to Maynard the other night, saying he's feeling pretty good.
Lazar Hayward almost walked, but didn't. Guarded by Juwan Johnson, shoots over him, and it's off. Rebound tapped and taken by Boston. Here's Jamar Smith. Over to Etwan Moore, a dunk. Can't get the 3 that time. Good rebound by Colt Aldrich in traffic. Garrett Temple from the corner, yes.
Well, you notice now Reggie Jackson's calmed down now. He's getting back to being a real point guard, not trying to score. That's not what they want you to do. They want you to set up everyone else. Better job second time in.
Moore from the free throw line. Got that one to go.
Nice little shot.
Jackson driving. I heard a tweet. Get Reggie Jackson to the line.
Love it. You come down 2 or 3 straight possessions, you set up your teammate. Now the defense falls asleep. Now you get all the way to the rim.
He has been a totally different player this second stint on the floor than he was to start this basketball game. Moving and grooving and scoring when we come back. Jackson at the line. Welcome back to Orlando. This is the Summer League on NBA TV. So here's the deal. July 9th through the 13th, that's this week. We're in Orlando. July 13th, it all starts up in Vegas, baby. Goes from 13 to 22. So from July 9th today through July 22nd, it's all about Summer League ball on NBA TV. And by the way, the Celtics are the only team, as you see Danny Ainge and Doc Rivers, the only team doing both Summer Leagues.
So it's safe to say, if you're a basketball fan, keep your DVR or your TV locked to NBA TV for the next, 15, 16, 20 days?
Whatever it is. You don't even need your remote control. Just whatever the number is, NBA TV with your cable provider, whether it's DirecTV or any of those outlets, doesn't matter. Just keep it locked. We got you with Summer League action. And obviously, we'll keep you abreast of all the free agent dealings, any trades that go down. We're on Dwight Howard watch here in Orlando. Could be traded at any minute. And it's Reggie Jackson back to the foul line. Reggie Jackson, 8 points, 3 of 7 from the floor. And he's off. Cannot complete the three-point play. Rebound to Sean Williams. And it was almost thrown away. Got to hurry to get it across. Jamar Smith took his time and almost got an 8-second backcourt violation. Well, that was a bruising screen by Sean Williams on Garrett Temple. Knocked away by Lazar Hayward. And a shot clock violation on the green team. We've shown a couple of cutaways of Doc Rivers, but it bears reiterating. Is there a better guy in the NBA, just in terms of being a guy and a man and a cool dude, than that guy, Doc Rivers?
Right now, today, he gets my vote.
I mean, he's great with everybody. The janitor, the CEO. I mean, it's that cliche. Treats everybody the same.
Or should we say, treat people as you want them to treat you?
There you go. Golden rule. It's a heck of a guy right there. Happy for the Rivers family. Austin Rivers goes with the 10th pick to the New Orleans Hornets. It's a great scene on draft night. Doc hugging his son. Lazar Hayward tried to go with the whip around scoop. The scoop-a-loop. Christmas had it picked off by Garrett Temple. This ought to be fun.
Ooh.
I thought he was going to get a little sassier with that, but he did have a...
I think he thought about it, then takeoff said, we're just sending a little early.
He had a defender behind him, too.
Yes.
He was not all alone, as they say. But that dunk by Temple brings the Thunder back within 3. As we said, no lead is safe. The Orlando Magic led the Nets by 22 in the previous game. And the Nets came back to tie that in the closing moments before Orlando eventually won. Reggie Jackson, and it is blocked by Juwan Johnson, but they got a goaltend. They're going to give that basket to Reggie Jackson. Nice move by Reggie.
Great move by Reggie. Look like he might tweak the knee a little bit as well. You see him limping off there to the bench. Hope he's okay.
Another look at the dunk by Temple. Might have taken off a little too early there, right?
Early. A little misjudged there.
But the Oklahoma City Thunder on the goaltending call and the bucket credited to Reggie Jackson are back within 1. Mark Bryant is the coach for the Thunder Summer League team. What was he like to play against?
A bruiser.
Like pain, right?
Yes, but the funny thing about it, he would smile at you afterwards. As you see him smile. He wasn't one of those guys where he yell at you and rah-rah, but when you ran through one of his screens, or should I say you got stopped by one of his screens, he would help you up and say, sorry, young fella.
Every time I've run into him, he's been the nicest, most gracious guy. Was he that guy, like a bear between the 50 by 94, and then you get him off the court and he's a big teddy bear? Is he that guy?
Yes. When practice time, he don't care if you were the best player or the last player on the bench. You still catch one of the four when you drive to the basket.
By the way, he still looks cut up, doesn't he?
Yes. One of the great ones.
Under a minute to go here in the first half. Boston on top by 1. Juwan Johnson. Defensive 3-second call goes against OKC. And that is a technical foul, resulting in a free throw for Etwan Moore. Cole Aldridge was the guilty party there. Cole Aldridge is having a rough start here, Dennis.
Yeah, he is. And that, well, I'm going to use the word frustration for now, but I'm sure Sam Preston and some of the OKC staff saying, come on, big fella, you've been around a couple of years now.
It's his third, he's entering his 3rd year.
That's my point. It's time for you to come out and dominate this so we can say we don't have to worry about getting another big body for the regular season.
Juwan Johnson, fouled by Lazar Hayward, the man jumping up and down.
Bad foul.
Because he cannot believe he committed that foul with 5 seconds on the shot clock.
He's
with Johnson fading away. Boy, he bailed him out there. That was the definition of that basketball cliche.
Yes.
So Juwan Johnson back at the line. He was drafted 27th overall by New Jersey in 2011 and then traded to Boston for Marshawn Brooks. Assess that deal for both teams 1 year later.
Wow, good call. But I want to go back to 2 years ago when we were down here.
Oh, so you're just going to completely blow that off and disregard it?
Yes. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's on the same point. Remember 2 years ago when Russell Westbrook, James Harden, all those guys, they dominated the Summer League. And it made no question about who I need to draft the next year, who I need to build around. And I think that's what Cole Aldridge has to understand. You have to dominate this Summer League so people have to understand that, hey, we don't need another big guy.
About a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Reggie Jackson driving once again, as he's done throughout this first half. Out to Hayward. Oh, he's off with that 3. Loose ball. And the foul's going against the Boston Celtics. 3.1 left to go in the second quarter. And Cole Aldrich making himself right at home at the free throw line. Has not attempted a free throw in this game. Has no points, 3 rebounds in 17 minutes.
Cole Aldrich still at the line for another shot. Three seconds left here before we go to halftime. And in. No shot. No shot, no foul.
So we are done with the first half here between the Celtics and the Thunder. The green team leads 36-34. So we've seen Sullinger, we've seen Jones, and they both look pretty darn good despite falling in the 2012 NBA draft. Halftime coverage coming up from Orlando right after this. Back in the day, Dennis Scott used to roll down Orange Ave in a fancy SUV. Now he's balling in Atlanta with NBA TV. And we are here at the Orlando Summer League. The Boston Celtics lead the Oklahoma City Thunder 36-34 here at halftime. Rick Campbell and Dennis Scott. This is A. Sherrod Blakely of Comcast Sports New England. You do a great job up there covering the Celtics on a daily basis, obviously keeping your eye on the NBA. And by the way, at this point, you have transcended from friend of the network to dear friend of the network status. We appreciate you being on,
like gold
Sherrod.
status?
It is.
Yes. I'm trying to work that platinum status. That's what I'm working for.
We'll get you there, my man. Hey, talk about Jason Terry coming to an agreement with the Boston Celtics early in the free agent period, and then Ray Allen making the decision to take his talents down to South Beach. Is that good news or bad news for the green team?
Well, the Celtics, they knew that there was a chance that they would not have Ray back, and if you got to settle for having Jason Terry, if you even call it that, you're doing okay.
Is it an upgrade, do you think?
I don't think it's an upgrade because Ray, I think, has the ability to just, his mere presence scares the heck out of most defenses. And Jason is similar in that regard, but I don't think he is at the same level as Ray.
No, I agree. Jason may bring a little bit more, maybe a better ball handler every now and then, put the ball in his hands. How excited is Doc Rivers and Danny Ainge about the two young fellas coming in, Sullinger and Melo, knowing that KG can teach these guys how to play the right way?
That last part that you mentioned about KG, that's huge in their development because Kevin Garnett, let's face it, he's the rock of that team. When you talk about what they're about, being a defensive-minded team, to have him back to work with a guy like Melo, who is a defensive player to begin with, and then a guy like Sullinger, who is going to have to learn how to become a better defender because he's undersized. He doesn't have, the athleticism that a lot of, bigs coming into the league have.
And let's talk about Jeff Green, who, of course, had heart surgery last year, was forced to miss the remainder of the season. Where are the talks with him? Is he a lock to come back with the Celtics, or is there still some gray area there?
No, he's coming back. I talked to his agent, David Falk, a couple days ago. It is a done deal as of Wednesday. He will be back.
So the years, was the years the holdup, or was the money the holdup?
There really wasn't a holdup. When I talked to David Falk, he said the issue is that Jeff wanted to see the kind of players that he was going to be joining if he were to come back. So when you bring Kevin back, you got the Jet, you bring Brandon Bass back, you got the two young fellas. There's a lot of guys that the Celtics have now that Jeff Green feels that with his addition, they're going to be right in the thick of things and have a shot to knock off Miami.
All right, one more thing before we let you go. Doc Rivers, is he excited about all this young talent coming in and bringing KG back? Rick and I talk about he may be the best in the game of sound and getting his team prepared.
Well, he's excited now.
Right.
But when training camp starts and all of a sudden those players that these guys should know, they don't know, it might be a different story. Because remember, Doc had a bunch of young guys before, and that didn't quite work out how we thought. But now they've got a nice balance of veterans with young guys, so I think Doc is going to be happy.
That is A. Sherrod Blakely. We appreciate your time, my man.
Not a problem.
We'll be hanging out with
Sherrod
and all these other NBA types all week long here in Orlando. Deontay Christmas and the Celtics and the Thunder warming up for the second half. We'll be right back. Rick Hamlin, Dennis Scott back in Orlando covering the Summer League. The Celtics lead the Thunder 36-34 at halftime of the Prove 'Em Wrong Bowl. Perry Jones III slipped to 28 in the draft. He had 10 points on 4 of 9 in the first half. Jared Sullinger slipped to 21 in the 2012 draft. He had 6 points and 3 rebounds in just over 9 minutes. Sullinger also had a block. You look at stats, a lot of 30s going on there. The scoring, the shooting, and in terms of free throw shooting, pretty good for both teams. 7 assists for the Boston Celtics on 13 made field goals. Just 2 assists on 12 made field goals for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Reggie Jackson's been solid at driving and scoring. He's got 10 points, but only 1 assist, Dennis.
Well, I thought early in the game he was trying to look for his shot too much. Then he got taken out the game, calmed down, settled down a little bit, and got back to running the ball club.
Etwan Moore, Boston's leading scorer in the first half, number 55. He had 7 points. That rebound taken by Perry Jones. He is long and he can get up.
Well, I like that one because in traffic, you cannot emphasize enough when your big guys go get rebounds in traffic compared to when the ball just bounces to you.
Cole Aldrich is having a tough time with Sean Williams.
He really is.
Perry Jones.
Can we call Perry Jones a stretch 4 now? Just go ahead and call it that? Or do you need to wait and see some more?
Personally, I need to wait and see. Okay. But you're the aspiring GM. I'm just an announcer. You tell me.
Well, just what I've seen so far where he seems more comfortable with the pick and pop. Where most guys that were 6'10", 6'11", that with his athleticism, you want to roll and you want to ram that thing and dunk on people. He's been picking and popping and picking and sliding for the jump shot, more so rolling to the rim.
Okay, I hear all that. But don't you have to be a knockdown three-point shooter to be a stretch 4?
Well, not so much three-point shoot. You got to definitely be an 18 to 20-foot knockdown, hands down.
Do you think he can become that? Can he become a knockdown shooter?
So far, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm shocked at, because when he came out of high school, he played nothing but the perimeter, and when he got to barrel, they put him down low, and it was a question. Now we're seeing the stuff that we seen when he first came out of high school.
And you saw Perry Jones hit another jump shot right there. He's working on a nice game, y'all. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5-11 from the floor.
Now, Sean Williams, that will get you so quick to the seat. Doc will have you timeout, come sit down, son. You're not a three-point shooter.
Perry Jones with a nice catch to keep that possession alive for OKC. And as I say OKC, takes me back to the finals. Reggie Jackson fouled and fouled hard. You probably heard the thud from the floor all the way in your living room. But, man, that crowd is loud in OKC. They call it Loud City in the way they chant, OKC. It's still resonating with me here a few weeks later.
You were talking to me. I had to go to my lip reading class to read you because I couldn't hear you. That's how loud it was in there.
Really, really loud. So much fun. A great finals. I know it was only 5 games, and I know Thunder fans are bummed out that they lost, but the first 4 games of that finals was spectacular basketball.
I agree, my friend. I agree.
Jared Sullinger into the game for Sean Williams. That didn't take long. A minute and a half into the third quarter, they get Sullinger in.
Tyronn Lue said, look, come have a seat, young fella. You know you're not supposed to take that shot. So for all you young people at home, you think you're a three-point shooter. If it's not what your coach wants, do not take it.
And some of you may be wondering, 17th overall pick, Sean Williams, great shot blocker. Why hasn't he made it in the NBA? Was that Exhibit A?
Exhibit A.
Lazar Hayward to Reggie Jackson. Back to Lazar. Fumbled it out of bounds.
Well, not to beat up on Sean Williams more, but for the point we're trying to make, there's a reason you're wide open at the three-point line. Because that's what the other team wants you to take.
Here's Sullinger. Off to Deontay Christmas. And he got past both Cole Aldrich and Perry Jones. Terrific drive by Christmas.
We have a tie ball game. Were they a little late with that?
Perry Jones facing up on Juwan Johnson, driving left and cut off. Here's Hayward. Fumbled it, got it up, and scored. And Lazar Hayward, he was 0 for 8 from the field before that make. He now has 6 points. Sullinger off. The Celtics led by 17 points in this game. And now they trail by 2. Reggie Jackson extends the OKC lead up to 4.
Playing with confidence, playing like a true young veteran. Get your teammates involved, open shot, knock it down.
Now, you would say that he is a lead guard as opposed to a true point guard. Would you say that about Reggie Jackson?
I like that terminology. So it takes some of that, you know, is he a 2, is he a combo? I like lead guard better because the lead guard knows how to run the offense, get his teammates involved, and when it's time to get his shot, knock him down.
Lazar Hayward made another bid. That's off. Lazar Hayward is having a tough time with footing, having a tough time handling the basketball, but he's going to the line for a pair. Let's take another look at Reggie Jackson.
Well, under control. We call it the secondary break. More than step up. We knock down the shot. Good basketball right there. Good transition basketball.
Mark Bryant continuing the tutelage.
But you see that? The big gentle giant. He's in his ear. He's probably getting some good information. Now get out there and get it done.
I like some of the sound with Scott Brooks too, with Durant. You know, the cameras would catch it every once in a while. You know, it's about encouraging and enabling and empowering. It's not about tearing down. And obviously, they're building something great there at OKC.
That's such a great point, Rick. A lot of us, even myself, got on Westbrook all year long about the turnovers. And every time you went to a soundbite, Scott Brooks said, "We need you. Great plays. Keep making them." And he went out there all year long and kept making play after play.
Reggie Jackson's making plays here in Orlando.
See, that's the point right here, Rick. Lead guard, set it up, get everybody in their right spots. Now let's get a good play ran.
Cole Aldrich out to set the screen. Jackson uses it over to Perry Jones. Shot clock a problem. The scoop wouldn't go, but the follow does.
Like it. That's his first drive, I think. Everything else has been jump shots. So now he's showing that he can get to the paint.
I said scoop, I meant finger roll.
Finger roll.
14 points and 7 rebounds for Perry Jones. He has shot 6 of 13. And Sullinger down low to Etwan Moore, but a foul called on Oklahoma City. Perry Jones is saying, yo, I got your 28th pick right here.
Take you to the basket, extra effort, getting it done. Perry Jones is third. Orlando Summer League. Don't go anywhere.
Another look at Perry Jones back here in Orlando. He was asked recently about coming back for his sophomore season. He said, quote, he wanted to become a man before turning pro. Dennis Scott, are you seeing a man out here in Orlando?
So far, I'm seeing a nice young man that has shown us that, one, he's more of a perimeter forward than a banger. Obviously, with his size, he's getting in the weight room a little bit, get a little stronger. But anytime you have a guy that has a skill set of putting the ball in the hole, you can find your way onto the floor. Unfortunately for him, OKC right now, he's going to do a lot of learning. You have Durant, I don't know what's going on with Ibaka, but they have a solid 3, 4, 5 for the next 5 to 6 years. But what better person to learn from than Kevin Durant on a daily basis?
It's funny you say that. Perry Jones has been quoted as saying he's my favorite player when talking about Kevin Durant. And Perry Jones is so long it's ridiculous. He's 6'11", 235. Shot clock running down on Moore. Got it off. And he hit the shot.
Happy birthday.
Or Merry Christmas, says Deontay. Etwan Moore with a miraculous shot clock beating 3. And he brings Boston within 5. Perry Jones, we see him going to work once again. Dennis, he strikes me as a very smooth player.
Yes, very smooth shot right there. Show that he can get a little contact, do a little bang, and still get a soft touch shot off.
He's sizzling right now. He's up to 16 points, 7 of 14 from the field. He has settled in nicely here after a slow start to this game. Etwan Moore, more conventional this time, and he missed. So he needs to be double-teamed with no time on the shot clock. And here's Reggie Evans. The moving screen.
I'm not sure I love
Aldrich.
Normally, like I said earlier, with big guys, you have to hold your ground, set the good screen. I'm not sure if that time either Gibson or Smith may have pulled Cole Aldrich on that.
Interesting. Bottom line is Cole Aldrich, 1.4 rebounds in 22 minutes.
That's not good.
He's got a couple of fouls.
I need you to dominate, big fella. You've been here. You understand what it's all about. It's time to start taking over this game.
You know, it's hard to believe. Cole Aldrich, his list is 6'11" in terms of his height. His listed weight is 240. Okay, 6'11", 240 for Aldrich. Perry Jones' listed height and weight is 6'11", 235. in terms of perception, like they don't even look
all 5 pounds different.
You know what I'm
right?
saying?
Yeah,
5 pounds different, same height. It just doesn't look that way when you're out here. And they are right in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. We're right here, courtside center court. It's unusual.
It is unusual and very unusual to have back-to-back screen calls on your big man for not setting the screen properly.
Boston will take it. Here's Jonathan Gibson looking for his shot. It's off. And Doc Rivers is probably thinking to himself right now, we're playing hero ball here at the Orlando Summer League.
A little miscommunication at time with Morris, Allman, and Jackson. Jackson thought Allman was going for the alley-oop.
And for the people at home that may be scratching their head, Campbell, what are you talking about? Tell the people at home what Doc Rivers means when he talks about hero ball.
Hero ball is similar to my saying of me ball as Sullinger makes a strong move to the basket. Hero ball is all about yourself. You want to try to carry your team. You want to try to do it all by yourself of getting your team back into a game, down 15, down 20. Or if you're only down 4 or 5, late in the game, make the right extra pass. I think Doc Rivers talks about it a lot with his in-game sound.
Jared Sullinger back at the line. Good look at the Ohio State product. Born in Columbus, Ohio.
It's going to be interesting to see that first day of practice. Because I'm sure Sullinger and Fab Melo think they work hard every day, Rick. And then they see the big ticket walk in and see him already soaking wet before practice even starts. They're going to say, whoa, the big ticket's already been working out before practice starts?
Now, KG, during practice and all that, he'll just take it easy on the rooks, right? He'll just give him a free pass.
No.
I'm just kidding. I've heard, we talked to a lot of guys, guys who played with KG. Sam Mitchell has told me that there's never been a better practice player that he's seen than Kevin Garnett.
I agree. With my short stint with those guys in '99, I remember. I mean, it's like that's when he was a young KG, only his third or fourth year. This guy is working out before the workout and then working out after the workout.
The competitiveness doesn't wane in a practice for him, does it?
You know how he, on a dead ball, he'll go up and go team the opposing team again? He does that in practice. He does it in practice. He don't want you to score time in, time out regardless.
And what's the overall lesson that young people watching our broadcast could get from a guy who never takes a practice off?
Understanding that you value your profession. And you need to bring your A game all the time. Because if someone looking through your rear, or should I say you're looking through your rearview mirror, someone's coming to take your job.
Well, Kevin Garnett is going to Springfield, Massachusetts one day to be enshrined in the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. We know that is Jonathan Gibson with the air ball.
Too bad on Fab Melo, they came down on somebody's foot, maybe a light ankle sprain. Hope he's okay, big fella.
Just trying to jog it off.
Good job.
Fab Melo wearing number 13. Sullinger going with 7. We have not seen a lot of Chris Joseph since a promising stint in this game in the first half. Cole Aldrich goes to the righty hook. It won't go. And down low fighting for the rebound is Ryan Reed. And as we take you to break, look at Etuan Moore beating the shot clock over Aldrich off glass. Thunder lead by 5. We're back with NBA.com player metrics on Perry Jones III. How about a 7'2" wingspan? He's 6'11". And how about the hand size?
Oh, he has some mitts.
Do any of these guys have small hands?
So far, none of these big guys I've met so far have small hands.
So in other words, the guys with the small hands aren't about to play pro ball, are they?
Or they may be the point guard.
Okay. Perry Jones III in his first professional game doing it. 16 points on 7 of 14. The meniscus scare caused him to fall to 28th. Also, there were some reports that there are attitude problems. Hey, Dennis, I wanted to bring this to your attention. In the research I did a lot of reading on this young man last night. And in terms of the criticism against him, some words that I came up with in phrases. They've called him soft. They've called him immature. They've called him an underachiever. They've said he has a bad knee, and they've questioned his attitude. I mean, there's like a litany of negativity online written and said about Perry Jones III. And I don't know the young man. I've only witnessed him here in this basketball game. But do you think that criticism's fair?
I'm not sure if it's fair because I haven't been around the young man enough, but I would question where it comes from. If it came from his high school coach and come from his college coach, if it came from a professor or two that he came to class late, then I would take it with a grain of salt. I think that Christmas knocked down a big shot there on the baseline. But that's where you have to look at where the information came from. If it came from people that's been around this man on a day-to-day basis, I think you need to listen to it and take it for what it's worth. If it's coming from somebody that observed it from a distance, then maybe you might not take it with a grain of salt.
Paul Aldrich with a nice save there out to Hayward. Here is Dwight Bikes. Gets south of the free throw line and missed the shot. He'll take that one every time, though, won't he?
Every time.
Dante Christmas has been pretty good for Boston, number 50, 7.7 rebounds, 3 assists. And that is the 6th rebound of the game for Cole Aldrich. Ryan Reed can't catch it. It was tipped and then bobbled out of bounds by Reed. And back into the game for Boston, Juwan Johnson and also Larry Owens. Thunder 48, Celtics 45. 1:49 to go in the third. Rick Campbell and Dennis Scott on the call. Coming up, we've got 2 more games from Orlando. Vince Cellini and Kendall Gill will be your broadcast team for those 2 games. Just having a blast with you, talking hoops, watching live Summer League action. That's all we're doing here. Glad to have you with us on NBA TV. There's Joseph back into the game for Boston. Sullinger, 5 on the shot clock, goes to a sweeping hook shot and he hits it off glass.
Just the bank's open for the big fella. Little duress play right there, shot clock going down, got it off.
Now, did he intend to hit it off the glass right there?
Well, I think he was checking to see if the ATM was open.
Oh, really? So you think that ball came off his hand a little bit too high? You don't think he planned on doing that?
Well, probably not bank shot running across the middle of the lane. Probably wanted to get a little floater, a little soft touch. And to your point, went a little hard. That's why the backboard was to his favor.
Lazar Hayward just scored for OKC, put them up by 3. Sullinger working on the baseline, drawing the foul on Ryan Reed. A bull rush of a move by the strong Jared Sullinger. Take me through this hook shot once more here.
He was under control and get a little glance at the clock, and you normally want to touch that. I think as he went in, he said, "Bank's open."
I think he did mean to bank it, though. I don't think that maybe was his initial thought on making that move, but came around and was a little bit extended. Just kind of had to flick it off the glass, right?
Yep.
Our producer, Matt Kane, is saying just call it a lucky shot.
And the reason we're calling that because the shot clock was going down. So he's in a little duress.
Bottom line, it went in. 12 points now for Jared Sullinger. He is crushing it from the free throw line in this game. Hasn't missed one yet.
That's a good sign for your big guy.
6 of 6 from the line, 3 of 8 from the field, 12 points for Sullinger. We're inside of a minute to go in the third quarter. Ball coming over to us. Now, Dennis, where was the dive? I did not see the extra effort right there. Mike Miller in Game 5 of the Finals was having the game of his life. The Heat were up by 25 points in the second half.
I was ready to shoot. I was ready to shoot it. I was ready to shoot the ball.
But that wasn't a pass. That was a loose ball on the floor.
My bad.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But he hustles for NBA TV. That we can tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at Sullinger going glass again. Was that a lucky shot?
No, that was meant for glass. That was a little dancing down low, get to his sweet spot, use that big body of his, nice kisser off the glass.
Well, this is the Prove 'em Wrong Bowl, and so far, Sullinger and Jones are proving the critics and the drafters wrong for letting them slip in the draft. They've combined for 30 points. And OKC turns it over. Lazar Hayward trying to bring his team together and say, that's okay, that's okay. Lazar Hayward trying to be a leader out here for this Thunder Summer League team.
And Sullinger goes from the three-point line. Rick, folks at home under control. Nice move, uses his body.
Under 5 seconds to go here in the third. It is tipped by OKC. That's Mo Allman with the steal. does not result in points, but Mo Allman with some good defense at the end of the third, preserving a 1-point game. Boston leads 51-50. We got the fourth quarter coming up. We're at the Orlando Summer League. This is NBA TV. Oh! Nothing left to do but smile, 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 because we have more Summer League action coming your way on NBA TV. We've got the Jazz and the Pistons, and then the Pacers and the 76ers. It's all coming up today on NBA TV. So the Orlando Summer League, for those that don't know, you may just be tuning in. You may have just mowed the grass or been out for a swim in the pool. We've got you all week long here. 5 straight days, Monday through Friday, 4 games a day. Most of them coming your way live on NBA TV. Go out and get NBA.com, Summer League Broadband. You can check out all the games on your laptop, on your iPad, what have you. And then, of course, the plot thickens on Friday when it's both the end of the Orlando Summer League and the beginning of the Las Vegas Summer League. Full coverage right here on NBA TV. Rick Campbell, Dennis Scott, trying to keep the smiles going here for you all. Dwight Bikes to the cup, and he got the lefty scoop to go.
Oh, nice move. Avoiding the contact, seeing the big guy come there and change hands. Nice finish.
You know what I like about Bikes? He's got bounce.
Yes.
Up on the balls of his feet. In attack mode, would you like to say, Dennis?
That's right.
Rebound came to Hayward.
You have a certain edge about yourself as a point guard today. There's so many great point guards we have in our league. If you don't have that edge and confidence about yourself, you'll get eaten up quickly.
Dwight Bikes, number 12 for OKC, spent 2 years at Marquette. He was undrafted. He was at the Phoenix Suns in their preseason training camp back in 2011. Knocking on the door, trying to get through and get an NBA contract. And Perry Jones just drew a double team. Dennis, was that the first double team of his NBA career?
I think it was. I'm very impressed that he didn't force it. A lot of the young guys come in and try to force it. He made the right pass. They just didn't get a shot off the shot clock.
That's one more.
Got a little hop on that one. Yeah, a little hop to his step on that one. Good idea.
Did he skip to his loo right there?
He skipped to his loo to a turnover.
Rafe Ralston, wherever you're at, hope you're well. Former Orlando Magic point guard. Here is Jackson. 10 on the shot clock. That jumper is off. And the rebound comes to rookie Fab Melo. That's one more. Boy, he's got an aggressive look to his game.
Yes, he does.
Sullinger.
Happy feet. And also, too, with Moore, you ask yourself at home, folks, where do you find minutes, knowing that Rondo plays so many minutes at point, did a better job this past year of staying out of foul trouble, so he's able to play those 40, 42-minute nights late in the season because he stays in great condition.
Now, Keon Dooling is a free agent.
Correct.
Okay, so based on my depth chart that I have, that's the only point guard behind Rajon Rondo. And I know that Jason Terry can play a little one.
Right, but you don't want him in one league.
Correct, but in Etuan Moore, he strikes me as a shooting guard, not a point guard. Am I right about that?
Well, he's a point guard with a scorer's mentality.
Okay, gotcha. Here's Sullinger working against Reed. Sullinger. Oh, that's a nice post action right there.
That's skill right there. Not a lot of the lift that we all talk about, but the bounce, the spin, the jump hook, that's skill.
He's got some tools in the tool shed, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Reggie Jackson didn't want the 2-footer, wanted 3 from Lazar Hayward, and it was a good decision.
Lead guard, like you said earlier, he's leading the team, getting into the paint, creating easy shots for his teammates.
Second assist of the game for Reggie Jackson. He's got 14. Lazar Hayward is suddenly percolating. He's up to 13 points, but on just 3 of 11. Sullinger for 3. Yes.
Okay, big fella, prove us wrong. prove us wrong. I love it. To see a guy come out here and slip and knowing that his game, they've been saying all through college's first 2 years at Ohio State that he had three-point range.
Now, Sullinger talked about how in college, here's Reggie Jackson, talked about how in college, with them packing it in and the zone defenses and stuff, that he was always going up against double teams, and it was tough to really do his thing. But Jared Sullinger said, I'm trying to find the quote here, he said, quote, I can shoot the outside shot. I can face up, and we saw it right here.
No, we saw it. This is actually a draw and kick, and he's already out there. If he can knock down this shot consistently early, Doc Rivers may find some room for him to get him in a few games here early in the season.
And a confident backpedal up the court by Jared Sullinger, who has 17 points on 5 of 11 from the field. We have a 1-point game. Hayward for OKC. Guarded by Joseph. Forced to pass to Reggie Jackson. That won't go. Rebound out of bounds. Off of Jackson to Boston. You mentioned earlier that Fab Melo looked like he came up a little bit lame. He looks fine out here.
Looks fine now.
Not limping at all. Reggie Jackson also, you noticed that he kind of tweaked a knee or something. Looks to be moving completely unlimited at this point. So that's good news.
Real good news.
Here's Juwan Johnson. Jumper won't go. Rebound to Lazar Hayward. Here is Jackson. Head up, looking to pass. He does so. Perry Jones. Perry Jones moved somebody out of the way and then went up. Missed the shot. Did you like that aggressive move by Perry?
I love that aggressive move. You actually showed some fire right there. Little body action, no foul. Loved it.
You know what that was for? That was for all the critics that like to call us soft. That was for all those guys out there.
Yes.
Reggie Jackson to Lazar Hayward. And we got a good one, y'all. Thunder by 1. Jared Sullinger averaged 17 points as a freshman at Ohio State. He averaged 17 points as a sophomore at Ohio State. And lo and behold, he's got 17 points here in his first professional game.
Well, we talk about it a lot. Guys, stay in your lane. Do what you do best. Do what you do best that creates your name. Skilled young man, soft hands. And now he's showing us he can score off the dribble. A lot of times in college, you're the man, they put you in the hole, you don't get a chance to show your whole array of skills. He's proven to your quote earlier, Rick, he can step out, he can stretch the defense and knock down shots.
Now, what do you think of this quote from Jared Sullinger on sliding to the 21st pick in the draft? Quote, I think it's a blessing in disguise. If you consider me dropping to the Boston Celtics a drop, then I'll do it all over again without hesitation, end quote.
That shows that he's a smart young man, understanding you get a chance to play for an awesome franchise in the Celtics. And I cannot say it enough, to have a mentor like KG. There's no better mentor in the game I can think of that you can work with every day and learn how to get it done.
Now, you know who KG's mentor was, don't you?
Who's his mentor? The great Sam Mitchell.
The great Sam Mitchell. What's up, Coach? Ah, the jumper goes right there.
Okay, Fab Melo.
Fab Melo.
You get a chance to see a lot of that in the Syracuse offense because they had him on the baseline so much.
Dennis, he is on the board, his first professional basket. Looked okay right there, extending the range.
Look good.
And it was a sorta clutch shot, putting Boston up 1 with about 5 to go. Cole Aldridge.
Good block by Melo.
Oh, yeah. Deontay Christmas. Oh, he just hit a bullseye from 3-point range, and Boston up by 4. Deontay Christmas has had that bounce net look all day.
All day long. Very confident, knocking down shots, playing both ends of the floor as well.
Christmas averaged almost 16 points a game in his 4-year career at Temple. Went undrafted after 4 years there. And let's take another look at the block. And the victim was Cole Aldridge. Went into Juwan Johnson, and Fab Melo said,
give me that. And I normally would give it my other saying, but I won't give it my rookies my saying yet.
okay.
But I tell them good block.
I understand. You got to work up to the...
You got to work up to get. No.
Okay.
You got to be a veteran to get down.
Everybody at home knows exactly where you were going to go, and I was waiting on it. I gave you a lot of room right there to get in one of your signature calls,
I need to see more from the rookies that block shots before they get my signature. Nope, you still can't get it.
I understand. Pretty good sequence, though.
It really was.
Bucket and a block.
Well, you love the effort. And I think that's what GMs and coaches love right here. Anytime a guy can get off his feet 2 or 3 times, block a shot, and get out and run the floor, coaches love that.
There's a look at Fab Melo, 22nd pick in the 2012 NBA draft. Moved from Brazil to Florida at age 17. Started playing basketball at age 15. Wow.
So it's safe to say there's a lot of room for improvement.
Oh, yeah. Hayward, no. Jones, no. And the rebound comes to, I thought Hayward was going to grab it, but out of bounds to Boston. And we have a referee coming in to maybe change the call.
Help. Sometimes need a little help. There you go.
No. It will be Celtics basketball. Now, Fab Melo, let's take one more look here. But Fab Melo said at the press conference when they were all introduced, all 3 Boston rookies said, quote, I'm a very coachable guy. I can protect the basket. Show me how to do it, and I will do it.
Oh, man. Doc Rivers had to love that. A player that wants to be coached, young, still learning the game, as the Celtics turn the ball over on his travel. But Doc Rivers and Danny Ainge have to be super excited to see a young kid come in like that that's just been playing basketball, just 4 or 5 years now. He's 6 years now. He's 23, 22?
Fab Melo is 22 years old, so he's been playing for roughly 7 years.
Exactly.
But, I mean, 7 years of ball, and you're a first-round draft pick. That's incredible.
It's incredible.
It's incredible. But he's got that NBA bod, 7 foot, 255. Garrett Temple missed a J. Kept it alive. Cole Aldrich flailing down on the floor.
Oh, look at that hustle.
From behind.
It's the hustle. He went from one side of the lane all the way to the other.
Here's Joseph. Oh, the finger roll goes Syracuse in the house in Orlando.
Nice move. I'm going to say it again. Joseph will be on somebody's roster in October. Love his feel for the game.
Here's Jackson. Oh, what a contorting hoop from him.
Shooting backwards.
I don't know how he did that. That's some sweet body control.
Yes.
By Reggie Jackson, and he brings the Thunder within 4. And Tyronn Lue and the Celtics bench calls time. Syracuse is, in fact, in the house. Fab Melo and Chris Joseph. First and second round picks, respectively, to the Celtics in the 2012 draft. Fab Melo with the rejection. And on the other end, the scoop and score from Chris Joseph. Green team on top by 4. Welcome back to Orlando. Doc Rivers with Dennis Scott's old coach, Brian Hill.
Brian Hill.
Former coach of the Orlando Magic. Did a wonderful job.
Excellent job. He's one of the best coaches I've been around as far as preparing your team, getting all the information, the plays. Great block by Cole Aldrich.
There you are, Cole.
Still doesn't get my saying, though.
We're feeling you now. I think that's what OKC wants from him, just aggression, you know, even if it's an offensive foul, even if you're coming over the back on a rebound attempt, just get in there, get feisty, and get angry. Am I right about this?
You're 100% right, because Sam Presti and Scott Brooks have to make a tough decision. We know Ibaka's coming up here, the business of basketball. Do you extend him? Can you afford to have 4 guys making big money? Because I'd be very shocked if James Harden's not, of course, part of that team, part of the future. So if you can get him to block shots, it helps with your decision-making for the future.
Perry Jones off a nice setup by Reggie Jackson, but the elbow J wouldn't go. And back comes Deontay Chris, up by 4. Under 3 minutes to go. We had a tight one in the first game between Orlando and Brooklyn. This one coming down as well. Cole Aldrich with a rebound. OKC down 4. They've got Jones, Aldrich, Jackson, Hayward, and the man posting up down there. I'm sorry, that's Jones, and then Garrett Temple over here, spotting up for 3. Jones to Hayward. Popped out on him. Sullinger with the board, and here's Etwan Moore. Back to Sullinger. Took the bump, got the bucket, and a huge howl at the moon from Deontay Christmas, and he didn't even score.
Well, it's called a teammate cheering his other teammate on. But what's most impressive about that play for you people at home is that we talk about Sullinger not having great lift, but what you saw is a guy use his body to get the defender away and still have the soft touch to kiss it off the glass. That's Sullinger's game. He's not going to be a high flyer and be dunking on people above the rim, but he will be a strong finisher around the rim.
Very skilled, very soft touch. To me, looking at him and watching him play out here, to me he's some professional NBA conditioning and training away from being a total stud in the NBA.
I like your thought process there. Get in the NBA shape, understand that's a totally different speed and totally different strength level. To your point, that skill and soft touch, you can have a long career.
Sullinger is 7 of 7 from the foul line. That three-point play gave him 20, put Boston up by 7, and Reggie Jackson comes back with a sweet and one. Get him to the line.
That's old school NBA there. Get the whistle, hold the ball, take a few steps, get bumped again, then finish it.
That's continuation, right?
Oh, yeah. Notice how he slowed down a little bit to absorb the contact.
It was a vet move by Reggie Jackson, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And I'm sure he got enough of that in practice with Westbrook doing it to him.
If he can complete the three-point play, which he does, we've got a 4-point game. Under 2 minutes to go. Jackson picking up Etwan Moore. And he tried to split the double team. Still has the handle. Still driving. Moore scores. Oh, what an effort on that possession by Etwan Moore. And a huge bucket makes it a 6-point game.
We'll show some toughness on that one.
Reggie Jackson can't hit it this time. Etwan Moore, there's something about Amway Center he likes. He dropped 16 on the Magic here during the regular season.
He's not from Florida.
I believe he is. Let me check my notes here. Now, he's from East Chicago, Indiana. Moore was cut off nicely by Aldridge. Says, I'll take the shot, and he makes it. Etwan Moore taking over here late. He has Boston up by 9, and he's got 15 points in this game.
Well, it's a big-time play right there. You believe in yourself, confidence, knocking down shots, keeping your team afloat. Up by 9.
Etwan Moore was drafted 55th. That's the number he wears on his jersey, and he's doing things in Orlando. Well, it looked like we were going to have a thrilling conclusion to this game. If Orlando, somebody on their team goes Reggie Miller here in the last minute, we may get some thrills and chills. But Etwan Moore has taken a little bit of the suspense out of this game.
He really has. Last 2 possessions, the big-time 3 there, the play breaks down. Once again, anytime you have your point guard that can get his shot when things go awry, that's big-time basketball. And to your earlier point, Hayward's on the floor. He can knock down a couple threes. So it's going to be Morris Allman. We know he can knock out a few threes. So see what OKC can do here. See if they can make a late run here with a minute to go. Only down 9.
Mark Bryant, assistant coach on Scott Brooks' staff with the Thunder. He is the head coach of the Summer League team, so we'll see what he drew up. Screen by Hayward. Jackson. Off to Mo Allman. Mo Allman trying to get it down low to Hayward. And he scores, but I'm not sure that's what Mark Bryant drew up.
I'd be very shocked. You want to post up your 2-man, you need some threes, or you want to score earlier. Too much time went off in that play, in my opinion.
Timeout to the Celtics. It is put Dennis Scott on the spot time. It's everybody's favorite part of the program. Who has made, in your opinion, a more impressive splash with you, Jared Sullinger or Perry Jones III?
Can I throw you a curveball?
Yes.
I like Joseph.
Aha.
I like Joseph because when you come into our league, you're either a star or you're a role player or you're a specialist. But with Joseph, I like he can shoot, he can handle the ball, and being in Syracuse's system for 4 years, you're in a zone. So to pick up man-to-man defense basically in, 2 weeks since the draft, I'm very impressed with that. The other 2 guys, they got all the high claim coming in, we're watching them, and they're playing to a sweet spot. I'm very impressed with Joseph that not so much spotlights on him. He's done a solid job today.
How dare you throw me a curveball? You know I can't hit the curveball.
But I know you love baseball.
How dare you? It's my man Dennis Scott. I'm Rick Kamla. 47.4 to go here. Boston with the Rock up 7. And, you know, speaking of Joseph being a 3 and learning, is there a better 3 to learn under than Paul Pierce?
No, that's a great point, great question. I mean, we know Paul Pierce is arguably one of the best scorers in our game on any given night. The question is Paul Pierce willing to show him that great footwork? Is he willing to show him them secrets? Because we know Paul Pierce, what makes his game so great, put him on that elbow, and you're about to get scored on. Because that footwork is second to none.
Some of the best footwork in the NBA, right?
Hands down, hands down.
Who has better footwork, him or Kobe?
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to give it to the coach just by a little bit.
Kobe is smirking somewhere out there, if in fact he's watching. We hope he is.
He's getting ready for the Olympics.
Etzwan Moore working against Reggie. Shot clock down.
Good hands.
Knocked out of bounds by Jackson.
Good hands.
Should OKC have been fouling there as opposed to playing straight up D here with a 7-point game?
Yes. But that's people at home understand that Mark Bryant is looking at situations. In a normal game, you'd probably foul. But right now, I think he's just trying to look at something.
Sullinger, did a good job to pass that off. No good. Jumper missed by Christmas. Back comes OKC. Corner 3 is off, but a foul. And Tyronn Lue is not going to be happy about that. Lazar Hayward going to the line for 3 free throws, and if he makes them, we got a 4-point game.
And Sean Williams is smacking himself on the chest saying, my bad. Tyronn Lue and Doc Rivers and Danny Ainge, they don't want to hear my bad. Do not foul the 3-point shooter ever, let alone 15 seconds left to go in the game and the opposing team's trying to get back in.
Hayward, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He's up to 16 points. He and Perry Jones have the same line right now. Each of them have 16 points and 8 rebounds. But they have gotten it in different ways. Hayward, 4 of 14 from the field, 7 of 7 from the line. Jones, 7 of 17 from the field, 1 of 1 from the line. One more coming for Lazar Hayward. 25 years old, 6'6", 225. And he made all 3 of them. Clutch free throws from Lazar Hayward. We have a 4-point game. They get it into Sullinger. And a foul is called. Did Lazar Hayward just smartly foul Sean Williams away from the ball?
Yes, and I think Tyronn Lue is jumping onto the rules. Wait a minute. Are we playing our rules or Summer League rules? That's 2 shots in the ball in our game under 2 minutes. So I guess in Summer League, it's 1 shot in the ball.
1 shot and the ball.
So if you people at home, during the regular season, if you foul a guy under 2 minutes left to go in the game, it's 2 shots in the ball.
Etzwan Moore says, I got this. Boston up 5. They get it into Jamar Smith, and he is quickly fouled by Dwight Bikes. Jamar Smith, a starter on this Boston Summer League team. 6 points, 2 rebounds in 23 minutes. He's hit a couple of 3 balls. And now a chance to ice this game. 6-point lead for the Celtics. Jamar Smith, 25 years old, 6'3", 185, out of Southern Indiana. Missed the second, 6-point game. Theoretically, OKC still alive. And Rick Campbell and Dennis Scott on the call here. And do you want to see something drawn up for Perry Jones right here?
I would love to see something drawn up for Perry Jones. And the reason being that you need a 3. And he's proven that he can knock down a 3. But I must emphasize this is the Summer League, so getting a quality shot, executing a quality play here, I think is what Mark Bryant really wants to see, along with Scott Brooks and Sam Presti, who are sitting on the baseline. I think that's what they want to see more. Not so much come in and jack up a 3, but get out there and execute a play that Mark Bryant draws up.
We are here in Orlando. This is Summer League action on NBA TV. Rolling on all week long. We've got 2 more games coming up when we are done here. Vince Cellini, Kendall Gill standing by, ready to take over. And it's Morris Ullman into Bikes. Bikes gets that 3 off the rim. No. Rebound comes out to Deontay Christmas. And this baby is over. Jamar Smith, 1 more jam for good measure. Boston goes up 73-65. And when you see that copyright there for the National Basketball Association, that's all she wrote, baby. Boston beats OKC 73-65. Jared Sullinger leads the Celtics with 20 points. And Perry Jones, in his pro debut, had 16 for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Reggie Jackson was nice. He had 19. Etwan Moore, the hero, late in this game with 16 to help the Boston Celtics get off to a 1-0 start at the Orlando Summer League. And we're back with more. We're expecting to hear from Jared Sullinger. We encourage you to stay right where you are.